Black Friday is the biggest shopping day of the year, and it's one of those days you basically either love or hate. Now, I used to never really have a problem with Black Friday until about a couple of years ago. It seemed like only a few years ago all the stores were opening at 5 and 6 a.m. Then last year it seemed like it was 3 or 4 a.m. and now this year it went to the all-time low of 10 p.m. on Thanksgiving night. That's when Walmart started to bring their sales out. Now other stores of course followed from 12 a.m. this morning on and on. And really the people I feel bad for today on Black Friday are the workers who work for these stores. Now certainly being a shopper, you don't need to go out at that certain time, but the workers do, and I really feel bad for them, and I hope they certainly scale back these hours next year, or maybe even better, get rid of Black Friday altogether. When I heard all of these time limits and when the stores were going to start opening, I knew something bad was going to happen, and sadly it did end up happening. Now, one of the biggest stories you probably heard about was last night at Walmart. Right when the sales started, a woman actually ended up pepper spraying about 15 to 20 people just to get to a certain display. Now, it's one thing to push and shove people, which I think is just completely childish in itself, but to actually pepper spray people just to get a little bit of a savings seems absolutely ridiculous. Now, I'm not sure if you guys remember this, but a couple of years ago, a Walmart employee was actually trampled on and killed when he opened the doors to a Walmart store. Now, that seems somewhat accidental, and I know it doesn't seem that accidental in a lot, but it was basically an accident by the people. I know they were storming down the doors and everything, but it was somewhat accidental. But this thing right here with this customer actually pepper spraying people, this seems like more of a premeditated thing. And sadly, this is not the only big thing that happened on this Black Friday. Now, numerous other things happened today on Black Friday, and I actually have a list right in front of me, so I'm going to be looking at the list right now, so don't think I'm crazy because I'm not looking at the camera, just because I'm looking at this list. There's a lot of ridiculous things on here. First thing that happened, this was at a Walmart, and a suspicious device was found that led to an evacuation of the Walmart store. Not sure if that has really anything to do with Black Friday, but it probably does, and it of course could. The next thing was another pepper spraying incident. This time, though, was to stop shoppers. It was a police officer who was off duty at the time, had to use pepper spray on some shoppers at a Walmart. Hey, guess what? Another Walmart one. This time a man was charged with disorderly conduct after a fight broke out at an electronics department at Walmart. This was at 12 a.m. Now, the one thing about Walmart is what they did was they made it 10 p.m. on Thanksgiving. Some things would start to be on sale, and then the electronics started at 12 a.m. Now, this probably does stop some of the clutter of everything, but it certainly doesn't help. I certainly think they need to rethink everything about Black Friday. This one is actually a pretty serious one. They're investigating a possible shooting at a mall, which certainly is not a good thing. And this happened at about 4 a.m. when the mall opened. Here's another shooting one for you. A 55-year-old shopper was shot and wounded during a robbery. Certainly a lot of creepy things going on. I mean, shopping should not be in a dangerous event, and it seems like it is ridiculous on Black Friday. People are just making it ridiculously dangerous. Here's another one. An explosive device was found at a Walmart. Now this is kind of creepy in a lot of ways. Shootings, explosive devices, and it all seems to somewhat be connected with Black Friday. Now here's another shooting for you. A shopper was critically injured during a robbery outside of a Walmart. It's kind of crazy to think that most of these things have to do with Walmart, and of course there are many more things that happen, probably many more robberies. Those are some of the ones that I was able to find. Overall, Black Friday is just getting really crazy, and I think they need to rethink everything about it. Now, of course, Black Friday makes normal people crazy and crazy people even crazier, and of course some blame needs to be put about all this madness, of course, on the consumers themselves. Pepper spraying people and shooting people is not a normal thing, but of course, some of this other blame has to be put on these huge companies like Walmart, Best Buy, and Target, and all those companies out there that keep, making these times less and less. They keep adding on time and making the times earlier and earlier, which causes, people to get more mad, and it causes the workers to get mad and everything. They have all the control in their hands over Black Friday. If they got rid of Black Friday altogether and just offered deals at different times throughout the year, people would not care. I think people would even be happier. Quite frankly, I don't even see a reason for Black Friday anymore, and I think maybe these corporations need to start rethinking everything so they can make, Thanksgiving an actual holiday and not just a shopping experience, and they can get back to regular shopping. You don't want to be in danger when you go out shopping, and basically Black Friday is just becoming that. It's becoming a dangerous environment, and I seriously think people need to start reconsidering what they're doing when they're opening these stores so early, and they're making all of these deals at the same time and making people think that these deals are only on one day.